What's going on, everyone? 𝐒𝐔𝐈���𝐄, aka Mr. 845, back with another gig log. Tonight we are at one of my familiar locations, the Patriot Lounge, located on the property of Patriot Hills Golf Course in Stony Point, New York. I used to have a weekly trivia night here. I grew up about 1.5 miles from here. I went to day camp like half a mile down the road, so I'm very familiar with this area. I'm very familiar with this building, but I'm not as familiar with the room we will be playing in tonight. So let's take a look inside and I'll show you what's going on tonight. Now, typically when you come to the Patriot Lounge, you're walking through these front doors, and these will take you into this banquet area. So this is a little mini banquet area, I should say. This is great for parties of up to like 100 people, maybe 110 at the absolute max. They can put, tables over here if they want. I've worked several Sweet 16s in this room, and typically the layout is tables over here, dance floor over here. They'll do a buffet style dinner, L-shaped over there. I will usually be set up right around here, and then they'll have the bartenders open to serve adult beverages to the adults and Shirley Temples and soft drinks to the kids. If you are coming to the Patriot Lounge, you are probably coming for this area. This is the main area. This is their large banquet area. They've got axe throwing. There's my best friend Allie right over there. This is where we would have trivia. They've got golf simulators back there, bars over here, and obviously a bunch of tabletops. They got some pool, a bunch of activities in there, whole lot going on for the Patriot Lounge. Tonight, however, we will be in their third room. We are going to be out here to the right. What's going on, Eddie? How are you? And over here is the grill room. Used to be called the Revolutionary Grill Room or the Revolutionary Room, but this is going to be our space for tonight. We have a golf gala for about 45 people. As you can see, the space even smaller than that cocktail hour room that I was showing you earlier. And this is the setup for tonight. So not a ton of room for dancing, but I'm told that this is a fairly conservative crowd, that they're not huge dancers. They do want to dance, but it's not anything where they're going to be going crazy. It is a golf gala, so they're going to be doing award presentations and such. So that's going to eat up a large portion of the night, in addition to dinner and the actual eating of the night. As you can see, I am just running one J8 because my belief is sometimes less is more. Like I don't feel the need to put a second speaker here. One, because I think that one is going to more than cover this room, but also if I put a second one over here, it's going to be right in front of these people, and I'm just going to be banging their eardrums all night, and that's not going to be fun for them, and I don't really need to have a negative review for no reason. So I've used a one 𝐒𝐷𝐿𝐆 system or one J8 system at a similar location for Lynch's on the Green, where I've done the Galentine's Day brunch. I have a video, I have a gig log of that up there, so you can see the one 𝐒𝐷𝐿𝐆 clearly holds that room, and I think that room's actually even bigger than this one. And these people are also going to be completely confined to this area, so there's really no need to even throw sound all the way back there if I needed to. But we're running with my backup system or my smaller rig. I don't want to say backup, it's a smaller rig, and this is going back to my original setup of the Rockville Rock booth, which is just, I think every single DJ should have one because it is so portable, it is so mobile friendly, and they're really sturdy for the price. I think it's like $180 or something like that, so I think that every DJ should have one. Like I said, just one J8, tape it down. We got the hybrid cable feeding power into here and into the power conditioner down here. Plug it into the wall, supply power there. I've got a second Roland 707M, so I do use one for my main system. Decided to get a second so that I can just kind of keep things consistent and also just get even more familiar with the controller. I've got a Furman power conditioner down here, very similar to the one that I have in my main rig, only this one does not have a voltage meter. I figured it just wasn't worth the extra, $40, but in any case, I've also got a Phoenix PTU 5000 system. I admittedly am still learning this microphone system. It does come with 4 mics, but I run my microphones through the 707M, so I only use 2. I've got the mics right here, so they're there to be used if I ever needed to switch to 4. I've just grab an external mixer or something. But today we have a heavily Hispanic Latin crowd, so it is a demographic that I am not super familiar with. I'm not used to doing events that are, primarily Latin. So it is stepping out of my comfort zone a bit, but I also agreed to this gig because the organizers told me that the structure of the night, it's a 4-hour event. Most of it is going to be eating. There's going to be a lot of presentations, a lot of announcements and things like that. There's not going to be a ton of dancing. They said it's going to be 2 hours at the absolute most. So I'm thinking we're going to be more around like 90 minutes, maybe even an hour, depending on, what the food situation is looking like and just kind of how people are vibing. If people are hanging out by the bar and whatnot and they just kind of want to chill and hang out, or if people are just sitting and talking and they're not trying to get up and dance, I'm not really going to force it. I'm, very much about letting guests do what they want to do. If they want to sit and relax and they want this to be a nice, easy Saturday night out, then I'm going to let them have that. I'm not going to be one of those like, all right, come on, everybody, get up and dance. Everyone, get up and dance. Like, that's just not me. If people don't want to dance, they don't want to dance. And I think at a certain point, it becomes really, really embarrassing to just keep forcing the issue if people don't want to dance. But we have Horseshoe Bar here for the guests. We got 2 nice TVs there, and then we got TVs just all around the spot. For now, we have guests coming in about an hour, so let's wait for them to get here and see what this party looks like. All right, so I'm walking to my car now. Overall, successful night. The ladies who booked me, very, very happy. President of the golf league, very, very happy. The woman who booked me had said, the DJ of the past, like, he just didn't play good music. People didn't dance. People didn't really seem to have a good time. It was just kind of like awkward. And she has seen me at the Patriot Lounge DJ, so she knew that, like, hey, I've seen you. I know you could do, I know you could do the thing. And also her golf instructor is my best friend in the world. So when she was like looking for a DJ, he just reminded her like, oh, hey, Mr. 845. She's like, oh my God, yeah, why didn't I think of him? But it was a great night. They were saying that they want me back. They left a generous tip, which is always very appreciated. And now I'm exhausted and I am ready to go home.